It's Week 12 of the National Football League, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Broncos and the Dolphins, and it's coming.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And that one going nowhere from the start. He's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line. But I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. And not a blitzer, but still able to get there from the strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
2nd and 11 now. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On 3rd down, Saunders. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Looking to throw. Saunders. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
Off play action. Saunders. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Night.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now we've got whistles, and the man slow to get up here is Jones. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. Back to throw. Trahan. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brewer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's from the gun on third down. Trahan. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on third down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Saunders. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the gun, Saunders. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the Broncos 7-yard line. To throw on 2nd down. Saunders. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Operating from the gun, Saunders. Touchdown, Dolphins! Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Trahan. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Miami set to take over. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Saunders. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. Touchdown. It's complete. Jalen Waddle. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker, because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
On 2nd down, Williams. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They were losers to New England a week ago. Now they find themselves in the lead here as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Saunders. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Time to go to work. Let's go. Watch two. Trip.
To throw on 2nd down. Saunders. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Saunders. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he's looked pretty good. Does have the 1 interception, but 2 touchdown passes so far. Your analysis?
They'll take the offset. When you're talking about throwing 2 touchdown passes, no one wants to see an interception thrown, but those things happen in the course of a ball game and over the course of the season. But throwing 2 touchdown passes, that's why the team has an advantage. That's what they're looking for more of.
He'll be hoping to make it a 3-to-1 ratio here in the 2nd quarter. Now a throw here to his running back. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because it went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Saunders. Going for it all. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner. With every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Taken at the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? 2nd quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Trahan. And now another one thrown incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 37. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll look to throw again. Oh, Gesicki, a nice grab. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Back to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Saunders. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. 3rd and 10 wasn't going to be easy. Now after the holding penalty, they have to deal with a 3rd and 20. Looking to throw. Saunders. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field goal. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble, then recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. And the focus shifts back to Jerry Jeudy and his Bronco teammates. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the 2nd quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll kick things off with an AFC East clash in upstate New York. Buffalo hosting New England. And it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen has thrown 2 touchdown passes. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. Saquon Barkley, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they trail the visiting Colts as that one's gone to the intermission. Mac Jones with a couple of touchdown passes. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Broncos. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help him out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. And the last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Trahan. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. "39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the 1st quarter, good 2nd quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
And been a good leadership and a good distributor.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, we have seen some rookie running backs come in and have a big impact year 1. And this guy would certainly fit that bill as that was one heck of a run there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to it. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 24. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And Denver getting set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Looking to throw. Trahan, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
2nd and 16. Back to throw. Saunders. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Saunders. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
On 2nd down now. Calhoun. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down to get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play. And we'll call our best blockers. And let's get this one in.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 50 yards on the ground for him so far. Off the play fake. Trahan. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Trahan. Room to run past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Off play action. Trahan. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jalen Phillips able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Denver. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So there's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll run on 1st down. Calhoun, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They run the counter. Calhoun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I just wonder if before that last play, if someone on the defense stepped in the huddle and said, we've been run over, run around, run through all game long. Can we come up with one stop right here? And on that play, they did.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Saunders. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So the Broncos coming out now. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Throwing to start the drive. Trahan. That is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Trahan right back to Williams, and this time he's got him. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. From the gun, Trahan. This will be caught. Judy. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Trahan. Caught left side, Williams. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
He's been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Broncos on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 17.
That's caught left side by Judy.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. The Dolphins on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. Denver's offense ready to go again.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Throwing on first down. Trahan under pressure, and down he goes. Joey Bosa in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
Notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Trahan. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. From the gun, Trahan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle the team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trahan. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Operating from the gun, Trahan. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
So now here come the Dolphins. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. On first down, Calhoun. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Calhoun, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Why were they clicking on offense?
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Miami, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the Indianapolis Colts come to town. Meanwhile, for Denver, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.